There are 17,576 different three-letter combinations that are possible in the English alphabet. As a Twitter handle or a web domain, 3 letters is pretty desirable and pretty rare. Alexandria Ocasio Cortez has at AOC as her Twitter handle. She used to have Ocasio 2018, and I'm sure before that she had another Twitter handle. I wanted to know how she managed to get at AOC. That's a question that I had. So I did some research.
So I started here at the Internet Archive, archive.org, the Wayback Machine, with twitter.com/AOC. Back before Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez had it, it belonged to a group back in 2007. I clicked on the snapshot from June 3rd. Was the Academy of Change. And this is a link that pops up several times in their different tweets. taghire.org. In this particular one, they offer a few $300 prizes for clicking on their links. Later, this is one that they tweet several times. Enjoy watching the film Bofa. It's a Morgan Freeman movie. I think Bofa in Zulu means bound, arrested. Let's see, they also call out The Matrix and V for Vendetta. Enjoy your time with our collection scenes from film V for Vendetta. And here, people should be afraid of their governments. People should not be afraid of their governments. Governments should be afraid of their people. So there's that. When you click on the taghire.org links, it redirects to paulworld.com, which then redirects to rusinfo.org. I couldn't find any WHOIS information on either one of those. This is just a bunk website. This is a Capital One website that has, it's not really a Capital One website. It's fake bunk websites, scams. And all these links are scammy stuff. The Academy of Change, this particular one is one out of Europe that is for climate change, I believe, environmentalism. Yeah, there's a rabbit hole to go down on this one. They're founded by the KR Foundation. And then the one that the group actually owned, or the group that actually owned the Twitter, is this one, The Role of the Academy of Change in Egypt's Uprising. So the Academy of Change, this is their logo that's also on their Facebook page, is, according to this article and this article, part of the Muslim Brotherhood and responsible for the uprising in Egypt. The founders, Change Academy, is headed by Hisham al-Marsa, the son-in-law of Yusuf al-Qaradawi, who is also one of its founders. Moreover, most of those who run the academy belong to the Muslim Brotherhood. So that's who owned the Twitter domain before. And they still have a Facebook page that's active. So they weren't very active on their Twitter. Good gap right here where there were no snapshots. And then right around here where it shows activity is actually where Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez took it over. And prior to having AOC, she had Ocasio 2018. So these snapshots are from when she started that. And then this activity is actually while she was running for office. And the first snapshot that they have is from October 18th. And when you click on it, her profile at the time was in Hindi. Hindu? All of the settings are in Hindi. And it's just the beginning of her campaign. I believe this is after she had already won the primary. And then later, on one of the later snapshots, seems like everything's polished. It's in English. And it's just a normal Twitter account. If you jumped in late, you would have never known that it was in Hindi. And I don't know if that's a mistake. It's just an anomaly. So some of the other AOCs that are out there, there's a former trademark, an old trademark for a television set manufacturer. And that trademark expired back in 2005, 1983 to 2005. Never heard of an AOC TV, but not really a trademark you'd want to dump. But it was registered by this company, the Shimadzu Corporation. They make laboratory apparatus and instruments, namely automatic sample introducing apparatus for gas chromatography equipment and gas chromatography mass spectrometers, not for use in genetics. That's pretty specific. But they have the trademark currently. They might have a claim to the AOC Twitter. And then AOC.com, when you go to it, it brings up an error page, but it's actually registered to Alibaba Cloud Computing out of Beijing. So there's a nice Chinese connection there. Name servers, hichina.com. And then in the government, there is the other AOC, the architect of the Capitol. And there's actually another article I found about how some people identify more the AOC acronym with Cortez rather than these guys. Used to be these guys. And then on Twitter, when someone has an inactive account that you'd like to have, they pretty much recommend just finding a different name. They don't really take away inactive accounts just because you ask. So I would assume she called in a favor on this because it's not something they typically do.
So there you go. A bunch of seemingly random, unconnected stuff. Muslim Brotherhood, Chinese computer monitor manufacturers, and probably favors called in to Twitter. But if you manage to dig deeper, or you've got theories on how she got that Twitter handle or any of the parties connected to the three-letter combination of AOC, then by all means leave them in the comment section, and maybe I'll follow up on them. Probably not. Thanks for watching. Click subscribe if you want. I appreciate it. Thanks.